Watch this.
Why don't you know who I represent? I don't know who let you represent. We be the future, get used to it. Cause I don't really like to reminisce. Johnny saw me, I'm coming in. St. John on the covenant. Put the boat up on the back, boy. You'll say how I'm running it. I got the DNA of kings and the blood spill. I was on the team.
What's up, FCA family? Hope you guys are doing well today. Super excited for this quarantine interview. This is the second to last one. It's with Tim James. He's an awesome sponsor and volunteer with FCA San Marcos. So I hope you enjoy hearing what he has to say and the cool stories he has about FCA. What's up, Tim?
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. How about you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Awesome, man. Well, let's kick off another awesome quarantine interview. Love doing these and getting to show people from all across the ministry, from supporter to student to coach to whoever else is a part of FCA. So why don't you introduce yourself to the people watching at home?
All right, yeah, my name is Tim James, and I am a supporter of FCA.
Awesome, yeah. So let's just jump right into it. How did you find out about FCA?
I actually found out about FCA from you.
Okay.
A while back when we were working at Chick-fil-A together, you had mentioned something about getting involved in FCA. And so you were kind of working part-time at Chick-fil-A for a while you were getting integrated in with FCA. So you went from CFA to FCA, which was kind of cool. And then a little later on down the road, you approached me at some point and talked to me about the opportunity to support you. And I thought it was a really great opportunity because you're reaching out to the youth in the community and being on school campuses, which is super cool and just such an awesome opportunity that God's given you. So
yeah,
really loved that. And so, I bought in right away. So yeah. That's how I got involved.
Awesome. Yeah. I totally forget about that. Yeah. I went from CFA to FCA. I love that. I was an intern with FCA at the time. I was working at CFA, Chick-fil-A. And then eventually the Lord kind of led me. And I remember when I first sat down with you, I introduced you to the banana Kona mocha from Blue Mug, which, by the way, guys, if you're ever in Escondido, shout out to one of my favorite coffee shops, Blue Mug or the Blue Mug. It's off El Norte, but they have a really good peanut butter banana mocha.
So good.
Protein coffee. So that's how I hooked him into FCA. He doesn't know that, but that was a seller. So if you ever want to get involved with FCA, I'll take you to Blue Mug and we'll take it from there. And so you mentioned a little bit why you support because of the public schools and getting to minister to students. Is there any other reason that you kind of, because for you, those of you guys that don't know this, Tim's church, Calvary Chapel Mission Hills, is a huge help with FCA. They open up their building to us. A lot of the time we get to do events there. It's really rad, and it's a blessing to have a free space to kind of work in and do different things in. So why do you kind of open your doors, and why are you kind of behind this ministry?
Yeah, totally. I mean, for me, when I was in high school, like I there was FCA on campus, but I didn't really know about it. And I kind of found myself in like these different groups at school where it wasn't a good influence on my life. And I went from, growing up in a Christian household to completely like getting into the wrong scene where I was doing drugs and all sorts of other things where, I didn't want to be like that. And eventually I did get out of it, which is awesome. But, I could really see my high school years being a lot better and a lot more effective and just being a little bit further along in ministry if I had a group like FCA, a mentor like you at that age, being a part of my life. So I see that being a huge benefit to the kids that are currently at school and being able to be a part of their lives and be able to grow them during that time. That's like a key time in everyone's life. It's like I've heard it before where it's, once you're out of high school or once you're over a certain age, I think the age of like 17 or whatever, you're like 80% less likely to become a Christian after that point. So I think just having that influence on campuses is just huge. So that's why.
I love that. I love that you said that because I think that hits home for me too. Like with a little bit of my testimony walking away from the Lord right after high school as well. Went out on my own. I was out in New Mexico at school and like was on my own. Like I didn't have to submit to parents' rules or whatever. And it definitely, FCA kept me grounded. And I think that's why I circled back a lot sooner. But if I would have stayed away and on my own, I think it just provides a great opportunity to kind of change the way we do ministry. And part of that being on that public school and offering that discipleship, that mentorship. So, yeah. So, like I said, they opened their church doors to us. It's really rad. We've done some cool events there. Tim, what's your favorite event maybe we've done at your church?
Oh man, they're all so good. It's hard to choose, but my favorite one was actually the last one we just did shortly before the quarantine and everything. Was that worship night that you did? Super fun. It was cool because you had like the parents of the FCA students come out, and you had like the FCA students basically run the event. So you had a student band playing worship, and then you had a couple of student speakers sharing their testimonies and just like what they're doing on the school campuses. And then all of their parents were basically getting to see what their kids were doing on campus, which was a huge for the parents themselves to see their kids doing that is just awesome. And it was not only great for the kids to be able to have that that first step into leadership and being able to build something, but it was also cool to see that their parents would also see them doing that, and also be, if they're not already a Christian, be enticed to get more involved in what their kids are doing.
Yeah, no, that was super special. I just remember that night, like seeing all the parents' faces like light up, seeing their kid perform worship, or we had some student speakers share their testimony and what they've been doing on their school campus, and the parents were like, I had no idea like I was doing this. High schoolers probably not very like talking to their parents all the time, but like their faces are just, like, so cool to see just the Lord work through them and do that. And so that was by far one of my favorite events that we've done at your church as well. That's kind of all we have for you guys today. Quarantine, we just wanted to highlight that quickly. Don't want to take too much of your time. Try to keep these videos short and fun. Hope you guys got some great insight from Tim. He's a great supporter and volunteer of FCA San Marcos. We love having him a part of our ministry and our team. I wish we could duplicate him and have multiple Tims out here. So Tim, we from FCA San Marcos to you, we appreciate you, everything you do for our ministry. Such a blessing. So thanks for being on here today, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Well, there you guys have it. Another awesome quarantine interview. Love Tim's heart for our ministry and for his ministry at Calvary Chapel Mission Hills. Just a rad dude. So guys, real quick, before I end today's vlog, Tim and his church, Calvary Chapel Mission Hills, is doing a gift card drive for first responders, nurses, doctors, police officers, firemen that are working hard during this COVID-19 pandemic. So if you guys would be interested in dropping off a gift card, I'll drop the description below so you can get to their link to their website or maybe their address. But that'd be really rad to support the first responders. So love you guys. Hope all is well. Praying for your safety, and we'll see you next week.